The Big Game, Volume 1, Spirituality and Love, Remastered Edition, by Bethany James, Patricia Strong, and Andrae Martin. Narrated by William Crockett. Time elapses. Homework. Too tired now to think. Sober. Escape friend or foe. Long lists get intense. Left undone, only me to blame. Escape felt so good. Busy now, help me. But escape cannot aid me. Books open, heart broken. Focus not on what it should be. Foggy and drowsy, failing. Asleep escapism. Weddings, not sex sells. Something in the air. Pleasure. Sultry and sweaty. Life and young. Heaven. Literally no more chains. Livid doesn't exist. Never. Calmness stimulates. Crave mind, numbness. Thoughtlessness. Chaos rejected. Tested by nothing. Tempted by sweet harmonies. Temper at bay. Free. Affirmation. Do hearts beat freely for the audience of one? Free love from theory. Mixtape. What goes in comes out, like spreading the word about. Love's a hit blackout. Presentation. Pretty paper, please. Perfection birth in a virgin. Love is not for lease. Thirst. Deplorable thirst. Saved despite my thirstiness. Lust is the thirst for dirt. Compliment. Tell me I am cute. Cute, like King David's praise dance. Beloved to my roots. Impromptu. A cocoon hatching. Insect comes at its own pace. Perfect love action. Wishful. Life's galore wishes. Hebrew slaves wish the pain ceased. Love granted these wishes. Peck. Kiss my hand lightly. Burden not my soul, O Lord. A peck gave up love. Spontaneous. Spontaneous sight. For I was blind, randomly, destined above to write. Chocolate. Swain, thick, thigh, meat. Hands clapping in church service. Beauty in the beat. Romance and Dessert, 1 and 2. Subtitle, Berries Bliss Trifle. Ingredients. 8 cups fresh fruit, keep juices. 4 cups of raspberries. 4 cups of strawberries. 2/3 cup of bourbon whiskey. 16 ounces of cream cheese. 4 cups heavy cream. 1 cup confectioner's sugar. 12 sponge cakes, or 1 sponge roll cut in 12 pieces. 1 cup of pecans. 1 cup grated milk chocolate. Absolutely divine, serving size of 12. 20 minutes hand-on time to bake, handle, or halve. Mix everything and prep in 3 hours, 50 minutes. Romantic cuisine will result if you prepare this dish start to finish. Perhaps we should start with what you will need. Romantic ingredients make cooking a breeze. Imagine rolling up your sleeves and grabbing 4 cups of raspberries. You can use fresh fruit, and also you will need 4 cups of strawberries. Next, if you aren't aroused, we need 2/3 cups of bourbon whiskey. Now, you need to have 16 ounces of cream cheese. A glass bowl will make it look pretty. Also, we need 4 cups of heavy cream and 1 cup of confectioner's sugar to make a scene. Furthermore, to make savory love to our taste buds, we need 12 sponge cakes or 1 sponge roll. You want it cut up in 12 pieces, a delectable treat beginning to unfold. Don't forget 1 cup of pecans too. And lastly, what's romance without 1 cup grated milk chocolate to use? Romance is a feeling, it's true. So actually, preparing it will give us the satisfaction due. Start with a large saucepan and mix your bourbon whiskey, raspberries, and strawberries too. Bring to a simmer and cook berries down just enough so they hold their shape. 7 minutes should make this bacon experience great. Remove from heat and cool your love portion to room temperature. Using your electric mixer, smooth texture is your goal when you stir. Mix your cream cheese and add the heavy cream and confectioner's sugar. Do this on low speed. You're becoming a certified lover, not just a cooker. Once combined in the mixer, pick up speed and whip until firm peak appears. Loving what you're doing is a part of the stimulation. It is doable without sweat and tears. Next, you place your 12 pieces of sponge cake in a large bowl. 4.5 quarts or more. Joy and feelings of deeper gratification is the goal. Top with half the blueberries, strawberries, and bourbon whiskey juice, getting closer to an erotic experience once the taste is set loose. Also, on the top, place 1/2 cup of pecans and 1/2 cups of milk chocolate. Lastly, half the mixture we made in the electric mixer. The dish will cause your senses to profit. Continue to layer with the remaining ingredients and feel free. The romantic dish is coming together now indeed. Cover and refrigerate for 3 hours or until set. Now, as you get ready to enjoy and divide among individual bowls, I want to engage with no regret. Romance can come in many forms. A trifle teases the mind, and the heart it warms. Break down your barriers and splurge. Remember, the grunt of pleasure afterward can be heard. Subtitle: White cake with whipped fudge filling and chocolate. Buttercream, frosting. Ingredients: cake. 1/2 cup, 1 stick of butter at room temperature, plus more for the pans. 2 1/2 cups, 3 sticks of margarine at room temperature, plus more for the pans. 4 1/2 cups all-purpose flour, spooned and leveled. 2 1/2 teaspoons baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt. 2 1/2 cups of sugar. 4 teaspoons artificial vanilla extract. 6 large eggs at room temperature. 2 cups of carnation milk. 1 quart raspberries, thinly sliced. 1/4 cups strawberry jam, warmed, whipped. Fudge filling. 8 ounces bittersweet chocolate, finely chopped. 3/4 cup heavy cream. 1/3 cup light corn syrup. Milk chocolate, buttercream. 6 ounces milk chocolate, finely chopped. 3 ounces bittersweet chocolate, coarsely chopped. 3 sticks, 12 ounces, unsalted butter at room temperature. 2 tablespoons whole milk. 1 tablespoon artificial vanilla extract. 1/4 teaspoon fine salt. 2 1/2 cups powdered sugar. The love of artistic cake design is a love affair. First, heat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and butter 2 16-inch round cake pans. The beauty of cooking comes from the time spent and care. Line the bottom with parchment, butter again. Make sure you apply dust of flour to the pans. The entire span of the pan should be covered. Knock off the excess. Love what you will create with your hands from the beginning. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Try not to make a mess. Set it aside. The recipe is love and collaboration of endurance and winning. Now, you will need an electric mixer. Beat the butter and sugar on medium-high until fluffy. This should take a few minutes, but the process is creating a potent elixir. Beat in your artificial vanilla. Quality like this should come at a fee. Beat and add one at a time the eggs. Scrape the sides of the bowl too. Reduce mixer speed to low. Cooling is a wonderful escape for me and you. Add the flour mixture in 3 additions in a row. Also, add the carnation milk in 2 additions, beginning and ending with the flour mix. Mix just to combine. Making a good dish is divine. Transfer batter to the prepped pans, making the cake as pretty as a picture. Meanwhile, make the whipped fudge filling. Place the chocolate in the bowl of a stand mixer. The bowl must be heat-proof. You can leave your cake batter chilling or sitting. Set the chocolate in a bowl aside. Compared to the cake, the filling will be made quicker. Whisk together the cream and corn syrup in a small saucepan. Bring to a boil over medium heat. Now pour the cream mixture over the chocolate you let stand. Whisk until melted and smooth. You don't have to be neat. Refrigerate uncovered. String occasionally until cooled to room temperature. Only 45 minutes to 1 hour. Be baking the cake batter because the filling as it sits get hard to stir. Make batter with a toothpick. This is a good move if you use your brain power. You want the toothpick to come out clean. Take 50 minutes, 1 hour for 12-inch pans. Cool the cakes in the pans for 30 minutes. This timing is keen. Then, turn out onto racks to cool. This lovely creation is the work of your hands. Transfer one of the cooled cake to a plate. Spread with 2 to 2.5 cups of whipped fudge filling. Top with remaining cake and refrigerate to set what you baked. Be making the milk chocolate buttercream while the cake is chilling. Fill a medium saucepan with 2 inches of water. Bring it to a boil over high heat, then reduce the heat. You want it low so the water can just simmer further. Place the milk and bittersweet chocolate in a heat-proof bowl so they meet. Your heat-proof bowl is supposed to be large enough to sit over, not touch, the water. Place the bowl over the saucepan and stir until the chocolate is melted and smooth. Set aside your bowl until cooled slightly, but still pourable. With cooking, you must put love or don't bother. For the experience is like wining and dining. This takes 5 to 10 minutes. The process soothes. Beat the butter in the bowl of a stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment. You knead it on medium-high speed until light and fluffy. This takes 3 minutes to complete this action. Add the milk and beat until incorporated. You don't want it puffy. Pour in the chocolate and mix, mix, mix until completely incorporated. Add the vanilla and salts and mix until incorporated too. Stop the mixer and scrape down the sides of the bowl. Not forgetting the love. Almost done. Don't get frustrated. Also, scrape the paddle with a rubber spatula. A love experience like this is long overdue. Now, turn the mixer speed to low and slowly add the powdered sugar. You want to incorporate it and the mixture to come out creamy. Set this aside at room temperature. Your cake's going to be a looker. It's time to spread the top and sides with the buttercream frosting. This cake is coming out dreamy. At last, starting from the outer part, pour on your sliced raspberries around the cake. You want them attractively arranged, and then work your way to the center, creating a beautiful effect and creating a moment for sweet satisfaction. It came out great. Carefully, pour with a brush strawberry jam. You are more than a cook, you're an inventor. Experimental time with your taste buds. Savor the journey to a deeper place of love. Romance is the cake formation, better than kisses or hugs, taking you on a new adventure of tastiness that is beyond the heavens above. Volume 1, Spirituality and Love. Relaxation. My soul is at rest. I find rest in thee. Rest my soul in unfathomable love. Joy unspeakable, for in you I see. Peace in anguish. Rest settles like a dove. You are my greatest love. 'Tis of thee. I find relaxation in your wide love. I went blind. Tears are all that I could see. Compelled, Noah sent in search of the single dove. The raven was first sent to search and see. Like strife in life, the raven lacked love. The dove found no rest, lest dry settled thee. The greatest hymn was blind, but now I see. 'Tis grace to dry my eyes, now I believe. Always Valentines. Grandma gave me a thing of chocolates. Denver's weather, funny like my love life. I always kept true love in my pockets. I hid you. Thus, Valentine was a knife. For sweeter is your loving than candy. Deeper is your love for me than the sea. Wide is your steadfast love towards little me. When it's said or done, you're there to be found. Mary Magdalene was a loose woman, loose in her ways of searching for loving. Many nights she laid there with others men. Love cleared her of sins, more love, less judging. Before we judge a book or contents, you once may have been alone with a guilty conscience. Venue. I write to an audience, but not for. I rather shout free in an empty room. I am free alone. It is not a bore. I am quiet in my prayer closet. I learned venues do not have to be loud. I learned that venues can be underground. I learned most venues require not a sound. I learned you are my venue, profound. I enjoy a good classical event. I enjoy a good spiritual drenching. I enjoy a combo too, I admit. I enjoy reciting, I should mention. Quietness. The only sound is rehearsing. Quiet. The room filled now, and the curtains dispersing. Essentials. This woman has an essential tote bag. Have you ever thought about the tote bag? Yours may be different, but common hashtag. Imagine dragging around those goods with no bag. Essentials are more than what's in the bag. It is essential to value your role. It is essential to know where you lag. It is essential to enter love wholly. The tote bag is needed to tote the stuff. The stuff is important enough to tote. It is not good to think one is enough. To coexist is more than good enough. My Savior is everything vital. I am sustains the claim of entitled. Random jokes. Writers enter English classes to find out we are inadequate scribes. Reading matters in all circumstances. Gotta love what our dry textbooks describe. Learning is a daily event for life, till life teaches us we're out for the count. How come I can write numbers with no strife? Crunching them equates Sermon on the Mount. What does love get to do with anything? Everything, when your crush notices you. I knew all along he was straight lying as I sent my "what up" text out the blue. Random everyday life lifts my spirit. Laughing a little helps us be fearless. Fragrance. This poem should be about flowers in spring. Ironically, it's about abuse. Abuse of our male counterpart kings. His nose in the perfume aisle is misuse. Then we ladies ask him about our hair and get mad at blank stares or non reply. Now, some people cannot relate. That's fair. If the shoe fits, great, your choice to apply. With all formalities taken care of, I like my fragrance to be real subtle, to wrap around his senses when we hug. I like things simple in my rebuttal, simple like the fragrance of spring. Yes, to the smell natural flowers bring. Watching sports with our men. Sentimentally, I watch sports with Dad, his favorite extracurricular. Commentary on plays to shoulder pads when I did not know, in particular. Watching sports with our men empowers them. Making others feel good is what love's about. So I root for my daddy's team to win. Warming up for husband's victory shouts. Every time I watched it with Dad, he was glad. Not in a big way or small way either. My refuge whispers in my ear, comrade. Words and actions transport hearts to seashores. Life is too short, so let's cherish some sports. Anything from football to basketball courts. Clean your way to the heart. Godliness is closely tied to cleaning. Keeping a clean space implies many things. Godliness is pure and fresh in meaning. A clean space or slate, new promise it brings. Godliness will not be in trash galore. Even a space station must be tidy. Godliness invades new uncharted space. We must clean our heart's levees uprightly. Godliness shows us how to reach a heart. Love is that innermost space, my friend. Godliness shows us when our heart is taught. Then our hearts can withstand uncleanliness. Godliness is closely tied to cleaning. Godliness is pure and fresh in meaning. Surprise me. Pop up unexpectedly with flowers. Tell me you notice that I look different. Love is simple, like springtime rain showers. Surprise me, love. It feels magnificent. Drop by as I am humbly working. How did you know I wanted this big rock? My rock and strength does not keep me searching. How the rock of ages finds ways to talk. And the days you share surprise words with me. Or how you surprised me by not speaking. I mean, to speak meekly with temperance. Pop up unexpectedly with flowers. Love is simple, like springtime rain showers. The beautiful things spouses do. Marriage is so beautiful to behold. So why are marriages under attack? Divorce rates are skyrocketing tenfold. Separation only sets love way back. This is because union means power. Union lessens feeling lonely. Marriage does not hinder, it empowers. Someone to be your one true love only. Marriage is so beautiful to behold. Divorce rates are skyrocketing tenfold. Abstinence. Subtitle: Still I wait. You may tempt me throughout my days. with your cruel, tantalizing ways. You may manipulate me into sensuality, but still, through spirituality, I'll wait. Does my purity vex you? Why are you so hostile to me? 'Cause I achieved the freedom to choose. My head is held high, and I'm set free. Just like a female tiger hunting prey, with the instinct to feed her mate, just like the hunter watches prey migrate. Still, I'll wait. Did you want to see me falter, sexual used up and unsettled, the body shattered like broken glass, temple withered by my demise? Does my lifestyle oppose you? Don't you take it to heart, 'cause I exist happier than you do without showing off my parts. You may seduce me with your influence. You may mesmerize me with your flashiness, but still, like true love, I'll wait. Does my temperance plague you? Does it catch you off guard that I'm made of jewels and my worth can be seen as avant-garde? Out of the depth of societal norms, I wait. Up from a sex-driven standard or form, I wait. I'm a priceless stained glass, glittering and good shape, steadfast and unmovable. I'm beyond the world's rate, shimmering above in place, not ordinary or safe. I wait. Allow me to be heavenly minded. I am the goal for those striving. I wait. I wait. I wait. Interracial dating. Yes, love so sweet that can exist between two worlds. Love so pure, which knows not the color of one's skin. Love so elegant that cries out to be heard. Love is not black and white, it is every color blended. Love so daring that welcomes unconformity. Love so fervent, it burns down barriers. Love so fierce that breaks away from tradition and uniformity. Love is not black and white, it is overcoming hate and stereotypical failures. Love so inspired, it can bring together cultures. Love so whimsical, it takes prejudice tension cease. Love so harmonious, it can bring an end to war and torture. Love is not black and white, it is every heartbeat from greatest to least. Love so gentle, it breaks down walls. Love so plenteous, it penetrates and alleviates indifference. Love so intelligent, ignorant way fall. Love is not black and white, it is the hope of mankind and deliverance. Love so tender, it melts icy hearts and stubborn norm. Love so vigilant, it can mend the ugly scars of separation. Love so powerful, it refuses to come into conformity. Love is not black and white, no, it is enlightening and anti-segregation. Love so perfect, its only flaws is it is not more accepted. Love so graceful, it goes to show mankind united is excellent. Love so elegant that no status or class is rejected. Love is not black or white, it is a balance of wisdom and progressiveness that's most delicate. Love so tangible, it helps us visualize change. Love so contemporary, it makes strides, leaps, and bounds. Love so unique that the mechanism of tolerance interchange. Love is not black or white, it is uniting people of different backgrounds. Yes, love so sweet that can exist between two worlds. Love so pure, which knows not the color of one's skin. Love so elegant that cries out to be heard. Love is not black and white, it is every color blended. Gentleman attire. O gent, my friend, thou heaven sent and firm, your fit and splendid taste, unmatched by few. The flawless polo, or lacking gray sweats, you're smelling like Old Spice, just right for me. Your mustache hair is trim and cleaned up neat, the muscles hid, yet I can see them clear. O gent, my friend, thou heaven sent and firm. Pleasure. The stone skips lightly, the child's laughter at noon, the last ice cream cone. Experience life, experience love and joy, experience grace, and the purest things, and the joy of having friends, and even loss too. Pleasure is very joyful. Pleasure is a time of gain. Pleasure is simple. Do you see the wind? Do you see it blow gently? Do you hear it sing? How about the heavens? How they dance up high? How the skies glitter? Oh, what about the dusk? Oh, how beautiful it is. Oh, the splendid light. Sun setting below the clouds. Sun going away for now. Sun warming others. Pink and orange colors. Pink becomes a pretty sight. Pink blurs into orange. Have you noticed bass? Have you witnessed how it plays? Have you met bass? The bass echoes through song. The bass plays through the radio. The bass is a pleasure. The whisper of foods. The shout of spring leaves budding. The savor of night. Ever heard snow's voice? Ever plowed and heard sobbing? Ever felt its crunch? Visualize the rain. Visualize how it falls down. Visualize its sound. When it hits the ground. When it's jumping up and down. When it moves around. All the splashes and all the loud and soft giggles. All the raindrops fall. The stone skips lightly. The child's laughter at noon. The last ice cream cone. Experience life. Experience love and joy. Experience grace. And the purest things. And the joy of having friends. And even loss too. Pleasure is joyful. Pleasure is a time of gain. Pleasure is simple. The sentimental things. There was a special little hymn that fills my heart to the brim. Thanks for what you have. It will make you glad. I am the activity of my limbs. The power of a smile. There was a secret to the sun, beyond just shining on everyone. The sun is God's smile. Bask in it for a while. I am the victorious sun. Romance on a budget. There was a Mondo's subjoint at FHSU that was on point. Ate there one day on a date. Finished my entire plate. Thankful to the great I am. Imperfections. There was a leg pour sitting there, and it had several friends. Where's my cover-up? No one must see the bumps. Only the I am truly cares. Text me like you want me. There was a time you did not try. So very sad my phone is dry. Why do I have to text you first? You make me feel less than dirt. I will lift you in prayer to I am. Why women do not nag. There was a loud, disruptive sound, and she could be heard from all around. She said, I am so mad. Pick up this dirty room now, or else prepare for the great I am. When she is going to break up with you, there was a small vein near her temple. This is a sign of acting simple. Just look straight and do not speak, and you'll be here past this week. I am. Help my man be civil. Just eat it. Chronicles of a cooking fiasco. There was a lump on my plate. Eat it, she says. Do not wait. I'm getting sick right now. When can I slip out of the house? I am. Did you send me fate? Upgrade your man. There was an unfortunate event. My man stepped out in discontent. She has nothing on me, though, except taking the man I'd know. I am still hoping for heaven sent. Scavenger hunts. There was a time I would have flirted. A real man pursues if you're worth it. Why buy what's on sale and free when her gems no one has seen? Scavenger hunt. I am, as time permits. Be generous with love. There was a mean old Grinch indeed. This Grinch thought he stole Christmas in his greed. Christmas was not the stuff. Christmas was more, sure enough. Let's pour out love. I am, not let us receive. Simplistic love tips. Say, I love you back. Do not talk behind my back. Always have my back. I will have your back too, King. Love starts before the ring comes. Man Cave 1 and 2. 1. Let a man alone. He is in his man cave mood. No women inside. It's a time to rest himself. He wants to be at his best. 2. Why is he not here? Why do I stay here waiting? Waiting is so dumb. Please choose me, not the man cave. You do not need that man cave. Sang. If you can sing well, use your gift on the praise team. Now, if you can sing, stay mixed in the choir, please. Sang and sing are different. Class. Class is like diamonds. It shines on the darkest night. Glass can be called silk. It is expensive and nice. Rhyme is all class and trash do. Inner child. Peter Pan grew up. Time to put away the crayons. Grown is a privilege. It is okay to have fun if you know when the fun is done. Retreat. I retreat inside. Do you live inside your mind? Have you dealt with it? Retreating to hid yourself. Masking things is not ideal. Vibing. We are just vibing, just letting it flow freely. You do not own me. I know my worth completely. Vibing is not worth very much. Rose petals. The beast watched the petals. Roses remind me of thorns. Glance, but do not touch. Often, beautiful things hurt. Look for the thorns, not petals. When he is away, at least he is here. He is my man. On some days, I refuse to ask. I am just glad he is mine. Only his body is here. Tell me. Tell me I am yours. What is yours is mine as well. Tell me I am young. Youth is a state of well-being. Tell me, or I will not know. Time down. Time down is downtime. Backward thinking is a waste. Thinking straight is great. Time waits for no man on earth. Do not think time waits on earth. Too much of one thing, good for nothing. Too much of one thing, good for nothing. To be grateful in less. You want the maker. Try not to do something. To create is best. Too much of one thing, good for nothing. How does it go? How does selective memory remember? It is forgotten, if it is better to forget. Memories can fade, not the source of faded memories. Where me day? Where me day is where am I? To have lived with Christ is to serve, die, and rise. Never lost in Christ. Where me day is where am I? A virtuous woman. Virtue is virtue. Women's virtue is priceless. To find virtue, look to the flawless. Virtue is inside. Virtue is not the woman herself. Bright and morning star. In your stars is the Lord. The stars are in you. Twinkle, Lord, bright and morning star. Shine bright, Savior, shine. Lord, light up like a diamond in the sky. We found love at the big game. Love so sweet, energy infectious. Professional players playing, yet in your arm I'm restless. Rooting and cheering for the home team. Looking into your eyes, I burst at the seam. I found you a few years before. We met at the football field's entrance door. One may say we were brought together, but perhaps it was the love of the game and beautiful weather. Love so divine, energy soaring. The favorite athlete makes a move. It's far from boring. Yelling now and feeling proud. Our heartbeats race, pounding loud. I noticed over time your passion. How you represent yourself is everlasting. And we found we have a lot in common. Like a team finding it strengthens. Things take time to blossom. Love so simplistic. Energy ignited. Our minds lost in the plays. We don't fight it. Settled in the bleachers in each other's arms. The football flies. Shouts go off like an alarm. I picked you out of the crowd. Your presence deafened the sounds, both soft and loud. When we met, I remember your team regalia and stance, like when you see a great play for just a moment at a glance. Love so special, energy magnetic, nothing like a field goal We call the play as if we are prophetic. Embracing, we are on our feet. Glad we are the team to beat. I mean that too, since that first game is just me and you. Against the world like the running back with the ball. Our love supersedes all. Love so primitive, energy riveting. To stay in the end zone, the long receiver is pivoting. We both feel it's a winning game. Without each other, the experience won't be the same. I found you a few years before. We met at the football field's entrance door. One may say we were brought together, but perhaps it was the love of the game and beautiful weather. When others forget, when Savior said nothing, they slayed, saved. The world has not forgotten salvation since. Though they slayed, the word was not comprehended. Destiny's name is fulfillment. One season passes, a greater season beginning. The Lord never forgets. Bonus material. A word of benefits. Patricia Strong. Great food is wide open to you. Take comfort along with you anywhere. Stand out and step into your seasons of amazing spirits, detoured to His grace, finding your purpose of cooler aspirations, of warm layers of healing, giving and substantial purpose, with the weather of cozy blessing. Poetic commentary. Author blogger Andrae Martin Franklin and poetess Bethany Camille James. I want you here to embrace me. Aching to feel a lover's embrace, yet your arms reject me, you butcher. Child, don't you hear me knocking, full of grace? I am your savior. Your distance leaves your heart butchered. Looking out for your touch that's gone makes me cry. If only you could see what's going on inside. Royal priesthood, I'll dry your eyes if you comply. I created your insides. You are my bride. How could you hold me, then leave me alone? You're evil. The scars of your distance are deep and fresh. All you need is me. I work in heart retrieval. You must stop disobeying me. Stop succumbing to temporary pleasures of the flesh. I am that I am, and my love is great. Yes, I stand and knock at the heart's gate. Jesus Christ. Poetess Bethany Camille James. At the gates, the love I possess for you, my daughter, is so great. In me, you will find greatness. Greatness in me to lead you in fulfilling your purpose. Arise, my daughter. Follow me, and don't settle for being an ordinary queen. Hold on to my truths, as they are your refuge. Refrain from sin and draw from within. A butch has no place in your heart. Love is inside of you, and that's where I dwell. The emotional state that keeps you away from me is just the adversary flirting with your flesh. In him, there is only death. However, in me is the eternal life of happiness. I'm sure you desire to know the rest. God bless. Rebuke the adversary in my Son Jesus Christ's name, and he shall flee. Freedom awaits for thee if you only embrace me. Andrae Martin Franklin. Better Than Good Poetic Commentary. Do you believe that better days are ahead of you? Have you achieved the mission of life? Can you count the seconds since hair fell out and new strains grew? Pitter-patter goes the rain, but is it cleansing Mother Earth or the Lord weeping over mankind's strife? I know that doing what I have been called to do may cost me everything, but everything is better than good, meaning I believe that better days are ahead. I claim it. I know it. Not I think it. Possibly. Today, my sister, we must know our glass is half full. Sister, they may talk about your style while they try to replicate you on the low. However, everything is better than good. Imitation is more than a form of flattery. It's recognition. Frankly, imitation states that what is being imitated is good. Therefore, during this mission called life, do not allow these frauds to make you feel some type of way. Imitation will never come before originality. It's better than good, my sister, to know no one can fully arrive. However, if you can number the hairs coming and going from your scalp, then you have arrived, and this poetic commentary is invalid. Life is short and full of many ups and downs. You can try to control everything, but then everything controls you in return. Or, sister, you can relinquish the control and set your soul free. Free will is a gift, and it's better than good. I am nothing but a speck in the greater scheme of things. I live every day through the joy the Lord brings. I am not here to be seen, for I knew what exactly the rain represents, good or bad. I would reveal its mysteries. I know nothing except what I have learned. Yet it is better than good to not know it all. Better than good, to me. To God be the glory. Poetess Bethany Camille James. A Time to Correct. Poetic Commentary. You claimed you heard from God. God told you to chastise me. And then you sprung it on me like a surprise. Yet aren't surprises often foreseen? To chastise, you must first heal. Can healing words avoid a scene? For you received this revelation from the Almighty, yet did the Almighty show you to demean. For the garment offended your eyes. Do eyes go blind for less? You were overwhelmed by its length, but does the length of garment stress? I deeply apologize for the trouble my dress has caused. Did I fail a test? For in my garment you found fault, or was this fault at best addressed in recklessness? Has there ever been a time in your life when you had to correct? How would you want to be corrected? Do you want someone to correct you publicly? Or do you want to be pulled aside in love? Not saying publicly is not love, but love does not need an audience. So, I have been told that the correction was to help me be correct. And I remember correctly that has been accurate at best. However, I have often found that correction demonstrated in its delivery has groomed a better me. The venerable me comes out when I am confronted by the classic, do as I say, not do. As a queen, my sister, we are given a special task to correct. We must correct the world, how they view our natural resources, how they interpret our moves, words, and dress. Furthermore, we have to correctly present ourselves to a world that says we are incorrect. How in the world do I do as you say? Yet you do not demonstrate how to say what you do. Simply put, saying anything is not enough. Only God speaks, and it is so. And no verbal agreement without concrete evidence will hold up in court. I say to you, sister, there is a time to correct, a way to correct. Demonstrate your correctness, and let the Lord do the rest. To God be the glory. Poetess Bethany Camille James. The Simple Things. Poetic Commentary. Do you see the rain jumping up and down as it is moving around? Do you feel the earth spin in perfect form as it spins, as it purposed to do? Do you taste the heat of the day when it seats and smothers skin without a sound? Do you hear the leaves rustle in the trees, simply dancing in green shades and hues? The Lord replaces joy with sorrow. What could this statement mean? This means to me that joy comes in the morning. No matter what you are going through, my sister, your sunrise is coming up in your life. After many nights of sorrow and tears, I felt like things would never change. I remember this feeling clearly, many times in my life, praying for the rain to cease in my life. Then, the clouds of grief that tried to overcast me unexpectedly had to be cast out by sunshine. I remember, and I still experience this. Frankly, the simple things are not always what we want to accept. They are small victories. A kind smile on a stranger's face, the smell of baking bread, perhaps the last embrace or human touch, often due to them being simple things. We take them for granted. I challenge you to ignite your soul with gratitude for the simple things. Try to give thanks for the small victories. One day, it may be the one thing that separates you from giving up. And giving up is not an option for my sister, for enough small things combined make a big difference. When we think of things in nature that are simple and or basic, we fail to see how deeply complex creation can be. How many leaves have you seen fall, yet another replaces it? When we lose our joy, sorrow tries to replace it. Refuse to succumb to sorrow, for if you hold on just a little while longer, joy will come again. To God be the glory. Poetess Bethany Camille James. Beyond the physical. Poetic commentary. You wanted to kill my soul. Your soullessness rendered me apart. For if I die, I died a noble death. I only did my best. Did you swindle me, you brutal swine? Lies are you, our fine art. The injustice of your crimes, a criminal intent, to see me lie at rest. For you lack remorse, your callousness. May the Lord judge your soul. For you would not have known, though you slay me, my trust is in him alone. For an enemy to be just that, he must amputate my innermost that keeps me in toil. I have seen the light of glory, the glorious unconditional divine, so I trust him only while I bitterly groan. Beloved, I do not enjoy titles or labels. However, it is imperative to let you know I am simply a poetess. That being said, this journal entry is talking about beyond the physical. How many times have you been hurt without someone even touching you? How many times has someone, something, or some place laid waste to you through a memory? Maybe you're in that space now. I pray to the Lord for you if you are in that space, that awful space where you have been edged up against the wall. Perhaps you silently suffer, almost like a continuous freefall. I am speaking to that innermost, that fighting spirit, that light in darkness drenched cave. When you feel like giving up, just know you cannot give up and win. So let the hurt inspire change in your way of walk, talk, and thoughts. The bitter lies of what results from hanging on to hurt that's not worth it. Let it flow, not go, and learn to move forward towards the hope of a better day. I remember clearly my first experience with this. I was a small child headed to preschool. I remember holding my Ariel doll and clinging to my mother's hand. She was attempting to drop me off the first day. I did not want to be there alone. This hurt me. the children's stares, and the unknown I was to face by myself. At the time, it was the biggest upset in my world. Have you ever stopped to think what hurts you? Maybe nothing to someone else. What impacts you may not resonate the same with me. Truthfully, the things that hurt me today will either be forgotten, dealt with, or linger in my heart. Hurt can be beyond the physical. Be blessed. To God be the glory. Poetess Bethany Camille James. Acknowledgements. Patricia Strong was born in West Point, Mississippi. She went to school at Itawamba Community for 1 year. Now she is working in the healthy industry and doing night school. Mr. Martin is a kingdom man who seeks after the living God wholeheartedly. He takes pleasure in writing children's books, adult books, and poems. Priscilla Marie James is 15 years old and a high school sophomore. She enjoys the fine arts and is active in theater. She is the Remastered cover illustrator. Poetess Bethany Camille James is an American poet, author, and brand ambassador. She enjoys encouraging others and serving the Lord Jesus. Her purpose and calling is a writing poetry ministry called My Master's Ministry. This has been The Big Game, Volume 1, Spirituality and Love, Remastered Edition, by Bethany James, Patricia Strong, and Andrae Martin. Narrated by William Crockett. Copyright 2018 by Bethany James. Production copyright 2020 by Bethany James.